Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Tell Me Your Story. This is your host, Chris Baker. And with me always is the co host, James Bryant. Today we had our special guest to tell her story. And I'll let her introduce herself. Go ahead. What's your name?
Hi, my name is Summer. Just like the season, it's just spelled with an A instead of an E.
Yeah, perfectly. Well, welcome to the show, Summer.
Thank you.
Summer, I have a question. Can you please come
Yes.
back? Come back.
Huh?
Please come
Um,
back.
okay. I'll be back next year.
The fall, but this fall weather, we're not ready for it yet. Come on.
I
Come
know.
back.
It makes your bones hurt. It's terrible. And everybody gets sick. So I know. It's terrible. I'm
Bones
sorry.
are getting tired. They're getting sore. Let's just welcome to the podcast. That's all I can say.
Thank you so much.
Um,
Thank you guys so much for having me.
yeah, no problem. So let's just jump into it. Where does this? Where are you from? Actually, where does it start off, Summer?
So actually, I'm from the Youngstown, Boardman area. And actually, I moved to Cleveland in 2006. My husband actually is from here. I'm not from here. So that's where I'm from. And so I'm just learning this area and all that.
She is
Oh, Miss Christine.
absolutely wonderful. This is the best lady you will ever meet in life.
That's my friend Christine.
Hello, Jane. Welcome. Nice to see you making an appearance on the show.
She is so cute.
So you're from. So your husband's from Cleveland, Ohio. Is he one of
Yes.
the what do they call themselves? The Guardians now? Is he a professional baseball player, football player out there?
No, so he works at the post office. He's an expediter. He's been there for a long time, about 20 years. So yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
we'll
no
have to get
football
him on
player.
sometime. We'll have to get your husband on next. Let's hear
No,
more about
normal
you.
guy.
What do you got going on?
Huh?
What what is going on with you out there? Your husband's the mailman. What do you do for a living?
So I am a patient care coordinator. I've been a medical assistant since 2009. So I always work with doctors, surgeons, nurse practitioners, physician assistants, you name it. Always been in doctor's office. So all I know is patients first. Got me into doing the nonprofit organization. Um, and that's what made me found that. So I've been the CEO of that since August of 2003. And we help battered women and children in the whole state of Ohio. So that's how I'm a really busy person. I'm a very busy person, and I have three boys. I'm a boy mom. And my youngest boy, he plays football. And he's in the ninth grade. My middle boy, he's ninth grade. He plays football. So I'm a busy person.
It sounds like you're a busy person, but you got a lot on your plate,
I
and you're doing. It
am.
sounds like you're doing pretty
I
well.
am. I am.
Very
And,
well. You got
and
three
our
boys that
nonprofit
are
is
probably looking
open
up to you.
7 days a
Yeah.
week. Yes, yes, yes. We try to do what we can.
So let's kind of step back just a little bit. What got you into this career? How'd you get into it?
So, um, my parents, they had me at an older age. I have a sister that's 50 years old. My older sister is 50. They had us at an older age, so my parents, they got health conditions, when I was younger. And my grandpa, I think when I was like maybe like 20, he's already 90 years old. So I need to help them. I lost my mom
Yeah.
when I was 35. She had a stroke. And then I lost my brother 5 months later. He had a heart attack. So I was just like, I need to start a
Jeez.
nonprofit where I can help people, more and more. Like, I have to be in the community. So I help the community as much as I can. And I'm open 7 days a week because and people call me, 5 o'clock in the morning, day or night. I always answer the phone because you never know. You never know.
Yeah, you gotta be ready. Never know
Yeah.
what to expect,
Yeah.
what's
You don't,
happening,
you
what's
just
going
don't.
on.
You don't ever know.
And being that you're available at that time of day, most people ain't. Most people don't let start until about 8 o'clock. So for you to be able
Yeah.
to be there at 5 a.m.,
Yeah,
that's
they say that.
nice.
They say
That's really
they say they won't answer the phone or they'll tell them like I don't work on weekends, stuff like that.
yeah. You're 7 days a week.
Yeah, 7 days a
Name
week.
another, name another
Because
place
you need
that's
help
doing
seven
that.
days a week. You never know.
Yeah, name another place that's doing
Seriously. Like we don't even help men that much, but I had a guy yesterday I had to help that was in a really bad situation and
that. I think that's actually what she's saying. She's saying it was more, yeah,
um
more women
Grace,
than men.
everywhere else he called, they wouldn't take his calls, So and that was on a Sunday.
What
So there was
happened, if you don't mind? Are we allowed to ask that? Are you allowed to
Oh
share
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah,
information?
absolutely. He was homeless, and he was young. He was 31 years old, homeless, and everywhere he called, they wouldn't take his call because it was a Sunday. They said they wouldn't open, and call back today, which is Monday, and I'm the only one to take his call and help him. Countries and different resources for him to get a cell phone and an iPad today, where he could go to different centers, like resource centers, and then I even gave him one resource center where he can go to a food pantry. It's actually called Audrey's, where you can get on Wednesdays.
Yeah, I love technology, people. Work with us, work with us. But they'll be back. They'll be back. But everybody has the perfect connection. But that's incredible words that we're hearing so far. She's telling us, or she's trying to tell us that, yeah, we'll go over this once again. If you guys missed it, she is 7 days a week taking calls. I mean, whatever you guys are going through, whatever's happening in your world, she can take your call. She can help you. Whatever, whatever you're looking for, whatever you need. That's incredible, though. I
Which
mean,
you might need
not
help in
a,
life.
there's not a whole lot of people
That's
I know that are at like 5 a.m.
why I say
5 a.m. She's on 30. 5 a.m. No, that's incredible. Oh, she's back. Um,
yeah. hmm Yeah, I
we
get
lost
calls
you
at
for a
5
second there.
a.m. hmm
So what got you into that line of work?
Um, so it's I've had experienced a lot of, people in my life growing up, being a female that have dealt with a lot of battered situations. And then a lot of them had kids. And, a lot of places will take, the females, but they won't take kids. Or they'll help the females, but they'll say, "Oh, you got to get the kids somewhere else." Like they'll let them go underground, but they won't let the kids go underground. So what I do is I make sure the kids and the moms can go both, somewhere. So I always try to find places for families to go places because nobody wants to separate the mom from the kids. That's terrible. You can't do that. Like that's
No,
just
that's yeah.
not. Yeah, you can't do that. So every time somebody calls, the first thing I asked was, "Are you single or do you have a family?" Because then that's when I start looking for resources for family or single people.
And what happens most of the time is, like you said, they they get separated, and then that causes a lot of trauma between the
It
families
does.
because, especially with the kids being away from their mom or their dad for a
Yep.
period of time, especially what's going on in the world in their life at that time,
Yes. And the
just makes
thing
it
I
a
didn't
little bit
learn,
rough for you to be able
yes,
to
and
do that.
yes. And then you know what's lately, a lot of guys told me like they'll call places and they'll tell them, "Oh, we don't help guys, we only help women and children." And it's like guys need help too. A lot of guys are homeless or they're battered also. You can't just pick and choose who you're going to help. Like that's why
Yeah,
we
we see a
help
lot of really
families. Like if there's no person you help.
you switch it. Yeah, that's really good. Oh, the other way. Sorry, excuse me. Yeah, that's
No, no
good.
worries. Mhm.
So, what got you into that line of work?
So, um, it's just a lot. I experienced a lot of people that dealt with that when I was younger. And I just, when I got older, I said, I gotta make a difference. And I kept telling my husband, like, we gotta do this because I said, if we can just help one person will be making a difference. And I mean, literally, soon as we opened up August 7th of last year, I think within a week, like we started getting calls and like it just took off. Like you just be surprised how many people in this world that it like you would never know. You would never know. Just
Yeah.
there's
Well,
people
I
in your
mean,
family.
it really comes down to
Yeah,
you.
and there's people in your family that you didn't even know that had that going on. Then once you open this kind of thing, they come to you and say, "Oh, I'm glad you opened this up because I got this and this going on." It's crazy.
I believe, like right now, more than ever, it's actually beneficial to everybody because I mean, you talk about like everybody, including people in your family, are dealing with something, and
Yes.
especially now when you really kind of like think about it, like inflation is huge right
Mhm.
the cost of living has definitely gone sky high. I mean, you got to pay more for your rent, more for your food. You're paying a lot more for everything. So, in a way, we're all struggling. I mean, if even if you're making more at the job, it's still not that's issue. It's still not enough to help. But to have an organization like yours,
Mm-mm.
to have where you guys can step in and actually benefit that person or family, that's awesome. That is really incredible. I mean, we need that right now. So I'm not surprised that you guys are what I would say blossoming, growing. Just going through the roof with everybody calling you left and right and wanting to be a part of it. That's awesome.
Yeah. And it's so crazy. A lot of people that's like on like they get like county assistance and stuff like that. They when they call me, they just now finding out that they can get a cell phone from them if they don't have one. They didn't even know that resource. They just now finding that out when they call me. So if you don't
Yeah,
have a cell phone, you can go down there and actually get a free cell phone. They didn't even know that. Actually, at Job and Family Services, they will supply you with a free cell phone so you can have, communication. And they don't know that. And then like here in Cleveland, we have a resource center on Waterloo, the Greater Food Bank. They supply cell phones and free tablets on some days, and they don't know that. So it's just like,
I
these
think
so many
I think
things.
in that situation, I think that's where it needs to be addressed. I think it needs
Mm-hmm.
to be more explained, your benefits, what you get with that program. Because I mean, a lot of people when they go into it, they're embarrassed. Nobody wants to be in that
Yeah,
position. So when they
yeah.
get there, I think when you first enroll into it, you really need to somebody have like a sit down with you and kind of explain to you what kind of benefits you have, what's going on, how this will help you, and what this whoever you're going through is trying to help you with. Because I could understand the whole cell phone thing. You need to get a job. You need to get a hold of people somehow, right?
Mm-hmm.
They need how to they need to be able to get a hold of you. If you don't got a phone, how are they going to contact you through email? If
Exactly.
you don't have a phone, you don't even have a computer.
Right. Yeah, just like
Or you could be
some
like the
food
old school.
banks and pantries, they only give you like maybe a couple items because that's all they have. Some people food banks and pantries are really small, and that's all they can give. But like the Greater Food Bank on Waterloo, here in Cleveland, when you go in there, it's literally like a grocery store. They have fresh fruits, vegetables, meat, everything. You can get five big brown bags, like at John Eagles or Kroger's. The big brown bags, and they fill them up to make sure the families have enough. And all you need is an ID. And if you don't have an ID, they just need a piece of mail with your name on it. So if you don't, just need mail with your name on it with a Cleveland address. So some people they be like, I don't have a Cleveland ID. Okay, just need an ID. I mean, a piece of mail with a Cleveland address on that you live here. That's all they need, and you can get your food. And five big bags of food can last you a long time. I see people there
Yeah,
all the
yeah,
time, and then
without doubt.
some people they say I need more than food. So on Wednesdays I'll send them to Audrey's, which is the drive-through over there in Parma, and they give clothes, food, everything. You don't have to get out your car. So it's just like a drive-through window. You just go in each station, they ask you if you need this, that, and that, and you just keep driving through and they just put it in your car. You get so much stuff. And it's just like, but people don't know this because they don't get told these resources.
No. How would you like? That's a good question. With you being a part of this organization, how would you be able to get it out there so people did understand this? What are your goals to be able to do that, to achieve that?
So we have a Facebook page. Um and we actually have a WhatsApp app that people can actually text us when they need anything, like, and we communicate with everybody, and we actually are connected to a lot of groups on our Facebook page for our Saving Lives, and we're connected with a lot of like diaper banks and emergency like vehicles for people services and emergency rent services, emergency utility services. So people just contact me on the WhatsApp app, and I can just help you as much as I can. Just you have to contact me on that WhatsApp app for our nonprofit, and I can just help you as much as I can. If you don't contact me, I won't know.
Do you guys put flyers around the city, like posting? How do you guys do it? Like, what if they say the person doesn't have a cell phone or something like that? How do they find you guys then?
Oh, so if they don't have a cell phone or anything like that, so we go to a lot of events. We go to a lot of events. So like this weekend, we were just at the what was it? The Legends, I think with the Legends celebration that the Congresswoman held, and then we told people about it, and then also on Saturday, she invited us to the expo thing. The Congresswoman, she actually texted us personally and invited us to that. So we went to that and we told people about us. So we're always at event networking with people. So we always tell people about us, and so we always word of mouth. People that don't have cell phones. We're always networking. We're always at events. We're always in the community. That's what I said. We always go to community events. We don't, we're always in the community. Every weekend we in communities trying to get the word out so everybody can know about us.
I feel like that's a good way to reach out to people too. It's like
Yeah.
I think a lot of people tend to forget about like there are people out here that, including James himself, who are not very familiar with social media at all. I mean,
Yeah,
it's not
and that's
right.
what I was telling them. I said, because they be like, "Oh, every weekend you always going to something. Why you keep RSVP?" And I'm like, because a lot of people are not on social media. A lot of people don't have cell phones, and if they they don't know how to use them. A lot of people, they're older. So you have to go to these events in the community so you can tell them so then they'll know about it. People forget that, you have to, interact with people. They forget them people skills. You got to interact.
And that's what you guys should offer too, is like free classes where you guys do that. You guys set it up for them. Where people come
Yeah.
to you and get that, just be able to learn, how do you interact with people? How do you talk to people? Because I just thinking to myself right out the top of my head, like, some people are afraid they're gonna be judged. I mean,
Yeah.
coming like, who knows what their situation is, and a lot of people are beginning to get antisocial. Then, you know, maybe they get misled and they think like, okay, it must need to be on social media, but I had nothing to do with that. I don't want no part of that. So what do you do in that situation?
I mean, you should have seen how many people that we talked to when we had our back to school extravaganza here in August. I mean, it was so many people that they're not on social media or anything, and we talked to them and network with them because they had came with somebody else that they had got the information off of social media, and they were just blown away by all the resources, and so many people, they're embarrassed because they don't want to ask for things, but they were so happy because they couldn't afford them backpacks or them school supplies and them shoes and them clothes and things we were giving out and them water bottles. And so they were so happy that we had that going on. And they're like, oh my gosh, nonprofits usually don't give out these kind of things. And I'm like, well, we're just trying to make it easier for you guys because we know how hard it is. And I mean, the tables, they went within like a half an hour. Like we gave out like 150 backpacks in a half an hour filled with supplies.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was
So
a really good turnout.
how many people do you guys work with? How many guys like other organizations that you guys team up with?
So we team up with Superior Behavioral Health. We team up with this place called what is it? Uh it's something, what is it? I don't want to mess up their name, but I talk to them all the time. They're, I don't want to mess up their name. They're really nice people. I think it's something Cleveland, but they're really nice. It's like a women's community thing in Cleveland, and they're for women. But yeah, they help us a lot too. We team up with them too. We team up with this church, St. John's Lutheran Church. They're like the oldest church in Garfield Heights, and they got this one lady on the ministry, Miss Karen. Oh my gosh. And she does this this basketball team thing, and she has all these flyers. Miss Karen is amazing. And then we always team up with Spark for the learning. They're amazing. And Tri-C. Tri-C Community College is amazing. Oh my gosh. They have this one guy named Brian Steele. He email me, ask me, do I need anything? And we're having events so he can come out and network. Oh my gosh, he is great. He is great. And you know, even when we did that one event with the Mayor Bibbs, he was great too, the back to school fest. He was amazing too, and he told he wants to come because he said my laugh was cheerful. Cheerful, and he liked it, our presence and everything. So I'm just like, okay. Um, and every time we go to something with congresswomen, Chantel Brown, she always is very inviting, and we love her events, and she always personally invite us. So we will always go all the time. She's always very, very inviting. So, and then I think it's with the Korean Crazy Art. They partnered with us a couple times, and they even posted us on their website. So yeah, Crazy Art is great. Crazy Art is really great. So, we're very, very grateful. We're very, very grateful for, the people that's been, linking with us lately.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, at least you guys are getting out there. You guys, your information's getting shared. Like you said, it would get posted on. You said a congresswoman. say?
Yeah. Congresswoman Chantel Brown.
Okay, Chantel
So the
Brown
first time we met her,
posted out there. So that,
yeah, she's
yeah, that definitely had a great
amazing. She's amazing. Yeah, she invited us to have coffee with her September the 5th. That's the first time we met her. And she's like a normal person. Like she's down to earth. And that's when she invited us to the thing on Friday, the legacy celebration. And then when we were there, she invited us to the expo on Saturday for the housing expo. Personally, she texted us personally to come to that. She's just a normal person down to earth. You wouldn't even think she was a congresswoman. She is amazing. She is great. She is great. And then Mayor Burke from
But like,
Garfield Heights. He's great. He the one that donated us the water bottles for our back to school extravaganza. He donated us a whole box of water bottles. Mayor Burks is great. And so we've been very blessed. I
so
cannot
what
complain.
would where you guys' upcoming goals?
So our upcoming goals are just,
What's the next
to
move, I should
just
say?
huh? I can't hear what you said. Uh-oh. It's frozen. Can you repeat that? Uh-oh. It's frozen. It froze. Can you repeat that? Uh-oh. Hello?
Oh, sorry. Then what are you guys' upcoming goals?
Okay.
What's your guys' next move?
So after that, actually, we are actually going to talk with editor coming up sometime this week to see if we can get mentor to write a 1,500-page book and get it published on Amazon in ebooks about our life. So we're going to see about that. Supposed to get with her this week because she read our Voyage to Ohio, which was our first magazine article that we published, and she really liked it. So we're going to see how that goes. So that's the next big thing we got coming up. Huh? I can't hear you.
Then we're beginning to wrap this thing up. We're beginning. I just wanted to thank you for sharing all that information.
Oh,
For sharing,
absolutely. I
I can't
told you
believe
I'm an
how quick
open
that half
book.
hour went.
I told you I'm an open book.
As we begin to wrap this thing up, I just want to simply say thank you. Thank you for coming out and sharing your story, sharing a little bit
Oh,
of your
absolutely.
story. We'll have to have you on again sometime.
Yes.
But I like to end this with just asking 3 random questions. The first two I'll ask you, and then I'll let you ask me a random question. So the first question is, if you could live anywhere in the world, where would you live?
I would live probably when I used to want to live in Florida, but no, not anymore. Because I've been there so many times now. So probably maybe like somewhere, maybe Paris. Over, yeah, not Florida anymore. I'm over it. I've been there too many
Oh,
times.
Paris. They're good to Paris. Oh, right.
Yeah, yeah, Paris. Paris sounds good.
Yeah, you definitely get a picture by the avatar. I definitely can see the picture by avatar. um, let's see. Question number 2.
Oh,
You could
thank you.
do something else with your career. Any other line of work. What would it be?
If I could do any other line of work, I would probably what would I probably maybe a peer support. Yeah, maybe some peer support.
I can see that. All right. Yeah,
Maybe a peer
I could definitely. Yeah.
for it to make sure I could,
All right.
get everybody where they need to be. Make sure they, yeah, probably be peer support. I think I'll be good at that.
That's it. Sure. All right. You get the last question. You can ask me anything you want. See,
Hello, are you
did
there?
you hear me?
No, what did you say?
Yep.
You said I get the last
Said you
question.
can ask me any question. Yep.
What
The
made you
last
want to
question.
start podcasting?
What made me want to start doing podcasting? Uh, I enjoy talking to people. I enjoy getting to know people. I believe everybody has a story.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, when I first got out of high school, I was traveling a lot. I was coming across people that were sharing a lot of information with me. And at that time, podcasting wasn't really huge. It was more like just recording stuff, just random stuff on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, I looked at it more as like, man, this is really good stuff. This is good information that when people would share their stories, I kind of wish I had somebody record me then and there because
Mm-hmm.
of the knowledge that I was given by that person. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
thinking to myself, what this person dealt with or went through in their lifetime, it would have been awesome for that to be reviewed and heard
Mm-hmm.
from another person that was
Mm-hmm.
going through something similar, if you follow what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I got to the point where I was coming across people that were having good stories left and right that I was like, I need to create something that put this out into the world.
Hmm.
So that's what I ended up doing. I was like, what better name would be than for the person saying, "Tell me your story."
Beautiful. I love that. So you're just like me. I love talking to people.
And here we are,
Yes, that's amazing. I love that. That's great. That is
having a
amazing.
gift.
Yes, that is great. That is great.
But I hate to say it, but we're out of time. I can't believe. I know I'm trying.
That went fast.
I like talking to her. I like talking.
Me too. Me too. I love talking. I could talk all
Well, we'll
day.
definitely have to have you on again sometime.
Yes, please do. I have lots to say.
But until next time, I just want to say thank you once again for being on here and telling your story, or part of it, I should say. Until next time, thank you everybody else for watching. Thank you for listening. This is your host, Chris Baker. Bye bye.
Bye. Thank you.